What up, ladies? Carissa here, and I am so excited to be interviewing one of our best-selling co-authors of Alpha Queens Rising, as well as one of our keynote speakers for the Rise Where Purpose Meets Power event. So Sarah Bouse is a wonderful entrepreneur, a great friend, an amazing woman, a mother, a wife, like all of the titles, right? That we wear, she wears, we're all very, very similar in that aspect. But I do believe that we all have a story, and I truly believe that our stories can inspire and motivate so many other women. I believe that when stories are shared, like real, raw stories, unfiltered, that it actually can activate other women as well, right? It kind of like pulls something out of us. And ultimately, when we hear stories like yours that I'm about to ask you about, what I love most about that is that when I hear your success story and where you've come from and where you are today, Sarah, I just remind myself that if you can do it, then I can do it too. So take us right back to a juicy moment in your life where, you just didn't know if you were going to be able to make it through or a hard time. Yeah, take us right back there.
So I am a person that really learns from struggle, and I need to figure out a different way to learn.
Yeah.
But even the story that I told in this book was where I had to have a health struggle in order for me to change my health. And then I had to have a struggle with my business in order to change my business. So the story in the book is all about a health crisis that I had, where I was told I was never going to be a mother. And it was like, this is just the way that it is. This is what you get as a life, like the cards I was dealt. And I was like, no, this is not how it's going to be. And so I decided to change it. I decided I'm not going to listen to the professionals that say this is what it is. And so I changed it. But then in regards to my business, I had a thriving practice. And it was, the corner office with the windows and like all the clients, all the things. But it was one of those times where I knew I was meant for more. My owners shoved me into a box and they were like, this is enough, Sarah. You don't need to do more. And I was like, but I need to help more people. And so that's when I decided to, why not struggle? Why not? Why not quit my job and just do it on my own?
Everything you know to be true and safe, you're just like, screw it, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm just done. And so that's what I wish that I could inspire more women to, where it's like, when you're stuck inside that small box, if you know in your mind that you are meant for something more, you need to just chase it.
Just chase it.
Yep. Find your talent and chase it.
Zone your genius. Okay, so take me back to the health struggle, because I think a lot of entrepreneurial women, right, we put our careers first, we put our families first, we put everybody else first, thinking we'll get to ourselves at one point in the day, and that never happens sometimes.
No.
So I think it's important for women to understand that our health has to come first, and we can't grow our companies and be wildly successful and be a great mom and a great wife. So tell us a little bit about your health journey and how you had to hit the reset and get back to the Ascend method.
So in regards to my health issues that I had, not going into too deep of detail, because one, I want you guys to read the book. But two is also with my health, I noticed that I was putting everybody else first. And I feel like so many women do that. And as a result of that, I hit burnout. I had extreme hormone issues. All these different things were happening. And that's when I finally had to go back and be like, Sarah, what do you teach? What do you tell everybody on a daily basis? I was like, okay, you need to align with your goals. What does that look like? And then you need to stabilize it, you need to restore, and you need to thrive, which is all about what the Ascend method is. If you don't know what's going on with your biology, you're never going to align with your goals. You're just going to reach burnout, and you're never going to hit that thrive that's at the end.
Oh my gosh. I love your Ascend method, actually, because it just kind of roots us back down to the simplicity of health, right? It's like, figure out the goals, stick with it, stay grounded, stay rooted. So I actually want to kind of shift gears, because a lot of women, I don't think, realize they're in burnout mode until like they're full-blown burnout mode, and then like, medications crashing in, like all of the things. So what are just a couple of 2 or 3 things that a woman would be able to see before she hits full-blown out mode?
If you are drinking coffee and then taking a nap, that's a problem. Like if the coffee isn't working, that's a problem. If you cannot think and you have to live by your tasks list because you just can't, your brain fog is off the charts, that's a problem. And if you're wired and tired at night, that's a big one for lady entrepreneurs. is that we can't shut our brain off.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, we'll just brain dump and we'll be totally fine. No, like there's a reason why you are not actually being able to fall asleep. And so those are those 3 big ones that I see. Granted, you'll have the bloating, you'll have all those things, but those, if you are noticing those, let's chat.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, okay, so that's surface level, guys. I've been in full blown out mode. I'm just going to tell you, I checked the boxes. I drank the caffeine. I drank the wine to unwind, right? Like all of these stories that I would tell myself. But what was actually damaging, besides the body and the gut and all of those things, but my relationships, right? I was moody and I was snapping at my kids and my husband. And they were like, wow, you need to reset, Mom. And so that was like, I think my kicker is just like, I'm destroying the people's lives that I care about, all because I am a workaholic and I thrive off success and I'm ambitious. And I thought that that was something was wrong with me, and it's actually not, right? We just need to figure out how to have it all. Yeah. So I want to talk about Alpha Queens Rising here for a moment. This is your very first
book.
First book. It's a collaborative book, The Alpha Queens Rising, where purpose meets power and women rise into the Alpha Queen era. So let's just first break this down. How amazing is this author right here? She's incredible. And I want to start actually with your quote. So your body is not betraying you. It is communicating in the only language it has.
Yes.
So important, ladies. But why did you say yes to this book? Out of all the opportunities that probably slid into your inbox that day, why did you say yes to this book, Sarah?
I said yes because I wanted to push myself. So I am a terrible writer, like terrible. And so it is one of those things where I was like, Sarah, people need to hear your story. Because there's so many people with health issues that are just like, this is what people say. This is what I am. Yeah. And I'm like, no, people needed to hear the story and see that they can crawl out of whatever situation they are. Get the support you need, please get the support you need. Yeah. But it's one of those things where you can crawl out of anything, and I wanted people to know. I wanted to know that through the pain, you can find your purpose and that you can grow out of anything.
Anything. I actually think the pain and the challenging and the struggles, I truly believe that God put those into my path, into my journey. Yeah, he was like, you're the only one that can handle all this crap and actually go turn that mess into a message, and then message into millions, of course. So best-selling author. It was an incredible, she's one of the authors along with 9 other amazing, incredible entrepreneurs that all have their own challenges. But what I really love it is it's courage in words, right? It's courage in action. It's more than just a book. It's almost like a how-to manual to survive anything between all of your guys' stories. So this started out as a book project, y'all, and it was an incredible. Within 3 weeks, we were best-selling. Women all over the country and the world have this. It's an international book, but this is not where it ended.
Nope. Not at all.
Not at all. So I want to talk about Rise, where purpose meets power. It's an event that we are hosting here in Omaha, Nebraska on March 19th at the Beardmore Event Center. So tell me, when you think about that event, why should so many women grab their ticket?
So same thing why I wrote the book. Women who are going to be in that room, I want to light a fire underneath them. Yeah. I want you guys to know that whatever it is that you want to do, I cannot help certain demographics, but you can. You can change what's going on with what you're doing. And so that's why that event is going to be inspiring. It is not about handing out the business cards and networking with one another. I mean, great, please do that. Yeah. But it's one of those things where I really want it, where people step into who they are. I mean, I use ascend all the time, but I want you to ascend into who you are, what your passion is, and take it and run.
Yes. Okay, so she wants you to ascend. I want to activate you, right? So in a world where we go to conferences all the time and we go to events and we walk away with a notebook full of ideas and then we get right back into the grind when we get home and we're like, now what? Like, I'll get to that next week. And then all of a sudden it's just another, flagged page in your notebook that you'll never get to for a year. So my goal for every woman walking through those doors is to leave that experience activated with the feeling of, I know I'm meant for more. I have all the tools that I need to take, myself to that next level and ascend. And I'm just so excited between the vendors, the incredible, they're all entrepreneurial female entrepreneurs that are going to be there. We have 9 keynote speakers, best-selling authors, a meet and greet. So between meeting the women, speaking on stage, the red carpet photo walks. What are you looking forward to personally?
I'm looking forward to hearing all the other stories. I have not heard all the keynotes. I know these amazing women, and the fact is that every single one of them will be able to support you.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, whoever steps on that stage is going to touch somebody's life, and that's what I'm most excited about. But I love meeting women, and I love it when that vulnerability comes out, where they tell us about just any issue, and we're like, you know what? Do this thing. Continue with the promises you made to yourself and just trust that you can do it. So I love that you're going to talk about activation and things like that. But that's
know me.
That's what I'm most excited about, is meeting all of these women and just hearing their stories.
So speaking of women, one more question for you.
Okay.
You are a member of the Alpha Queen Collective.
I am.
And you're obviously a member in this book.
Yes.
And you're going to be speaking, but what does it mean to you to be a member, a female, an entrepreneur alongside so many other entrepreneurs and so many females that are just powerhouses? But what do you appreciate the most about the Alpha Queen Collective?
I love that there is a complete sisterhood that's there. And a lot of people throw that word around.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, we're in a sisterhood. I'm like, but you can feel it. You can feel the love that these women share. And they don't let you sit in your garbage. Like we don't come and complain the whole time. They literally will tell us, they're like, okay, Sarah, that happened, now what? And so they'll want me to move on and just keep going. And that's what I love. And the amount of growth that I've had in my business and also in my own self, being in the Alpha Queen Collective, has just, it's priceless what I can say on what it has done for me. And so I have loved being in it, but the women that are in it make all the difference. And then just the things that you do to teach us.
Thank you. I received that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And it's so fun watching you. That's one of my most rewarding parts of any job, right? When you see your clients like finally break through their health barriers and have kids, and when doctors have told them no, you show them there's another way. So that is my real ROI, is return on impact, and to watch you crush income ceilings, to watch you step into your power, to watch you say yes to an international speaking tour, and you're going to speak to 15,000 lives in 8 days. Like impact is what it's all about. But I want to just reflect one thing to you, and then we'll kind of wrap up, is a lot of people talk about ascending. A lot of people talk about impacting. But you walk the walk and you talk the talk.
Thank you.
And I respect the heck out of you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because a lot of people say impact and then they get presented with an opportunity to actually impact lives, and they allow fear and self-doubt to creep in. And I'm sure you had that, like any of us. You're a human, right?
Yeah.
However, you just said, you know what? If this seed was planted on my path, I'm going to just kind of follow it. And because, you're a woman who walks her walk in integrity and in character, I just want to thank you for being who you are.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Welcome.